This is White Rocket Entertainment, podcast number 859. Hello, and welcome to the White Rocket podcast, and it's our annual Lord of the Rings trivia extravaganza. Every holiday season around this time, John and I, this is our ninth time, John, 9 times. We get together for about an hour between Christmas and New Year's usually. And you can go back and find the previous ones at whiterocket.podbean.com. But we have the Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit game. And what we do is just 9 years ago, I sent John a chunk of the questions. He doesn't look at them beforehand. I don't look at these beforehand. All we do is once a year, we do this battle where we will each have 5 of these cards and we will take turns. I will read all the questions, or John will read all the questions, and then we'll go back through them one by one. And the other person has a reasonable amount. We always say a reasonable amount of time to figure it out before we kind of blow the whistle and say, beep, 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 time is up, right? So it's kind of unofficial. So basically just sit back and enjoy and play along with us if you'd like and see how well you score at Lord of the Rings. And this is from the movies, right? This is Lord of the Rings movie trivia. Yes. Not just the books, but the movies. For luck, I have the Ring of Barahir on today, and John has
my mug from the Green Dragon.
The Green Dragon. So we're ready. We're good to go. All right. So I will keep score here, and we will get going right now. Who wants to go first? Who wants to read first?
I'll read first.
You want to read first? All right. Let's do it.
All right. I will read, as Van said, I will read all the questions on the card. And then we'll go back through them one at a time. We begin. Question 1. Why does Aragorn think it's unwise to let the White Wizard speak when first meeting him? Question 2. Whose life force is bound to the One Ring? Question... Question 3. What are the dwellings called that are high in Lothlorien's trees? Flats, flets, or flits?
Oh my gosh.
That's a multiple choice answer, at least.
That's in the movie?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Question 4. Where does Frodo first slip on the ring? A, Bag End, B, the Prancing Pony, or C, Amansul? Question 5. Where on Sam's body does Gollum bite him when they fight in Imamule?
Okay. These are good. And by the way, you're going to love when a multiple choice question is still the hardest question. You even get answers and it's not.
Okay. Well, until this one. Which character in the Two Towers is played by child actor Caleb Gittins?
Oh, wow.
You're just guessing at this point. All right.
By the way, I failed to point out the most important thing, which is that you and I usually tie. Mm-hmm. If there is a winner, it's usually by like 1. It's usually because one of us got like the insanely hard card. Whoever gets the insanely hard card is the person that usually loses. So
it's an important point. The degree of difficulty of these cards varies wildly.
Yeah, that's why we do 5 cards, just, because you need to balance it out a little bit. But sometimes it's just so hard. So, all right, let's go back through these and see how I do.
All right, question 1. Why does Aragorn think it's unwise to let the White Wizard speak when first meeting him?
I feel like he says something kind of half goofy, like he will put a spell on you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yay. All right.
1 for Van.
Let me find a different color pen to put that down in. All right. That's 1.
Question 2. Whose life force is bound to the One Ring?
I mean, it's got to be Sauron.
That's correct. Ding, ding, ding.
I got to take the good one, the easy ones while I can here.
That's it. You got to take the W's.
Yes.
Question 3. What are the dwellings called that are high in Lothlorien's trees? Flats, flets, or flits?
I mean, I've never heard that. I don't remember it from the books, and I certainly don't remember it from the movies. High in Lothlorien, so up there where they were waiting, where they were sitting, waiting on what's his name, that I won't say the name just in case that's a question, to go find out if they're allowed to come in and all that. And they're sitting around there. You know, flat sounds too obvious. Plus, it's like an apartment in New York or something. And I feel like it's either the second one or the third one. I'm going to guess the second one.
Flits.
Yeah.
You are correct. Ding, ding,
Holy!
ding. You had a 33% chance, but I think your logic helped work it out for you.
Well, it felt like the first one was just not something that would be in Lord of the Rings. We're going to go to our flat in Lothlorien.
Yeah. Let's go to our flat in Lothlorien.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, so I just flipped the coin between the other two. But wow, I don't remember that at all. So
I don't either. All right, question 4. Where does Frodo first slip on the ring? Bag End, the Prancing Pony Inn, or Amonsul?
this is a great question. I'm really impressed with this question because I've never thought about it.
Yes.
In other words, it never really occurred to me what's the first time I put it on. Bilbo puts it on 2 or 3 times early. And then later Frodo has it and he puts it on a few times late. But I never really stopped and thought about that middle. Where does it transition from Bilbo putting it on to Frodo? I feel like I wanted to say Bag End, but A, I can't remember the occasion where he would. And B, they make such a production out of it landing on his finger in the Prancing Pony, right? And I feel like if he'd put it on before, they wouldn't have made such a big deal about it going up in the air and falling and landing on his finger. So I'm going to say that when he lands on his back and it lands on his, improbably lands on his finger in the Prancing Pony, that is the first time Frodo puts it on. I may be completely wrong.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. Remember at Bag End, they made a big deal about putting in the envelope and sealing the envelope. And
yes.
Oh, yeah.
But he never put it on. I would have thought he put it on there until I really thought about it.
Yeah, but also, like, when he gets the ring, immediately Gandalf's like, don't mess with this shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
All right. Question 5. Where on Sam's body does Gollum bite him when they fight in Imin Mule?
I've been on a lucky streak here, but I feel like it's going to come to an end here because Sam has too many parts that are probably appetizing to Gollum for me to just know exactly. I mean, I feel like he bites him like on the neck, but that seems like that would have done more damage, and Sam was none the worse for the wear when that fight was over. So I don't remember like the legs or the arms or the hand or. I mean, I'm going to guess the neck and just it didn't break the skin or something. I'll go final answer, the neck.
Ding, ding, ding. Fan on a roll. He's on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh, get out. How did he not like be spurting Hobbit blood and everything when he did that, man? That's.
I think Frodo knocked him off or pulled Sting out right as that was happening. All right. Our last question. What character in the Two Towers is played by child actor Caleb Gittins?
Well, in the Two Towers, we see the Rohan people being menaced by the Uruk-hai, and there's a kid that Aragorn teaches him how to hold his sword or something. He says, "This is a good sword," and that's the only. There's also the 2 kids on the horse. There's more kids in the two towers than I realized. There's the two kids on the horse that fall off or whatever. And watch it be like an orc. I mean, I don't know his name, but I'm going to say the Rohan kid that Aragorn helps with the sword, but I don't know his name. So if you need the name, then I'm going to miss it.
I think we should give you half a point for this because that is the right person. His name is Haleth.
Haleth.
Remember,
how do we know?
Aragorn says something like, "This is a good sword, Haleth, son of so and so."
Oh, he said, all right. Well, I missed it then because I didn't know he said the name. So that's fine. That's fine. All right.
5 out of 6.
Hey, I'll take it. All right. Here goes John's first card. I'd forgotten that there were 6 questions and not 5 on the card. So that's cool. We get extra. All right. Here comes John's first card. I'm going to run through all of them and then we'll go back through them one by one. Number 1. If I can see here in the dark. What 2 members of the Fellowship have braided hair? Again, the luck of the draw. You never know what question you're going to get. Hairdressing questions. Number 2. Who believes Pippin to be the ring bearer after the Hobbit looks where he shouldn't have? That's an oddly worded question, but we'll work through it. Okay. I think I know where they're going, so we'll work through it. All right. Number 3. Who does the mirror pool in Lothlorien belong to? Okay. Number 4. What's the translation of the last Elvish word on Moria's west gate doors? Well, it should say, what's the English translation of the last Elvish word on Moria's west gate doors? West. Yeah, it is west. Okay, it's west. That's right. Okay. It's the ones you're thinking of.
Okay.
Number 5, I had to east, west, but that's, the ones that face to the left on the map. Okay. Number 5, how many ring wraiths attack the hobbits at the Amon Sul Watchtower? I guess that's Weathertop, right? Yeah. And number 6. What? Oh, good gosh. What is the one curved piece of architecture in Moria? I first thought it said Mordor, and I was thinking, what?
Oh, I think I got it. I think I know.
All right. Let's go through them then and see how John does with this ridiculous card. Number 1, John, what 2 members of the Fellowship have braided hair?
It's Gimli and Legolas.
It is. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Good. I don't know if I would have gotten that. I thought Legolas, but all right. Number 2, who believes Pippin to be the ring bearer after he looks where he shouldn't have?
This is clearly a reference to him, touching the Palantir. And I think it's Sauron.
I was going to say, don't overthink it. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. It's Sauron. Yes. Because I would have been like, there were a couple of other characters involved that I won't say, but I'm like, but yeah, it's the easiest one. Yes. Okay. All right. Number 3, who does the mirror pool? Pool is an odd word here. Who does the mirror pool in Lothlorien belong to?
Galadriel.
Yes. It's more like a bird bath, isn't it? But than a pool. We got a fountain. When the hobbits show up, she's like, we have a pool and a pond. Pond is better for you. Remember that line in Caddyshack?
Yes.
Come on over. We got a pool, a pool and a pond. Pond is better for you. that. All right, number 4. What's the translation of the what's the English word for the last Elvish word on Moria's west gate doors?
I mean, the sentence is speak, friend, and enter. And so I'm going to say enter.
Ding, 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 ding. That's it. Yeah. Another way you just don't overthink it. That's right. Sometimes these are not any more complicated than it might sound. Yes. All right. Very good. That was a good job with that one. Number 5. Because they make such a big deal out of the word friend, right? Melon. And yet it's enter is what they're looking for here. It's kind of tricky. Number 5. How many ring wraiths attack the hobbits at the Amon Sul Watchtower? They kind of pop in and out, man.
I was going to say they come from different directions, and that it's not all of them, but it's not one of them. It's like a middle number. I'm going to say 4.
Final answer?
4.
5.
Oh,
so close. So close. So close. All right. You have a chance to draw into tie here, but and you think you know it. All right, number 6. What is the one curved piece of architecture in Moria?
It's that bridge that ends up breaking, the bridge of Khazad-dûm or whatever.
It is the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Ding, 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 ding. So we tied. This is what I mean. John and I tie. It's crazy. All right, here we go. All right, let's go on to card number 2 for me.
Card number 2 for Van. First question. What creature says the withering of all woods is near? Question 2. Who bites off Frodo's finger?
Pippin! I'm going to blame Pippin for everything.
All right. Question 3. What color horse is depicted on the flag that lies in front of Aragorn as he enters Edoras?
Wow. Okay. A couple of choices there.
Question 4. What trio is reunited with Gandalf in Fangorn Forest?
Okay.
Question 5. Who are forging armor and weapons at Isengard? The Uruk-hai, the orcs, or the trolls?
Okay.
Question 6. What character in the first movie's prologue did Gollum's makeup artist Gino Acevedo play? What character in the first movie's prologue did Gollum's makeup artist Gino Acevedo play?
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to go down the list.
Sure.
Question 1. What creature says the withering of all woods is near?
I think the only one that cared that much about the woods would be Treebeard.
Ding, ding, ding. Treebeard is correct.
Right. I should say Treebeard. Home, ho, ho.
Question 2. Who bites off Frodo's finger?
Gollum.
Gollum is correct.
That's easy.
Question 3. What color horse is depicted on the flag that lies in front of Aragorn as he enters Edoras?
It's either white, brown, or black, I'm thinking. I'm going to go white.
You are correct.
Woo! All right, 3 for 3. Keep it rolling.
All right. You're going to get this one too. What trio is reunited with Gandalf in Fangorn Forest?
The 3 hunters, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli.
Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding. 4 for 4. Right. Rolling. All right. Who is forging armor and weapons at Isengard? The Uruk-hai, the orcs, or the trolls?
Dun-dun-dun. That would be the Uruk-hai.
No.
What?
No. They're
Oh,
making the Uruk-hai there. The orcs are the ones doing the forging.
Wow. That was a tricky question.
That is a
Got
tricky
me with
question.
slipped a little tricky question in. Good job. All right.
All right. At question 6, what character in the first movie's prologue did Gollum's makeup artist Gino Acevedo play?
Man. All right. So the only characters we see in the prologue are the elves, the dwarves, the men that get the rings, and then the big battle. So it's either one of those people admiring their new jewelry, which, by the way, we are seeing in the TV show, which is pretty cool. Have you been watching season 2 of Lord of Rings of Power?
Not yet. We're getting
Not
through
yet.
other stuff. It's coming.
Dude, season 2 is good. Season
All
2
right.
will kick your butt. It's so much better than season 1. Anyway,
All right.
so it's either that or I guess the other sort of people that come and go in the prologue are Gil-galad and Elendil. And now Gino Acevedo, I'm going to say Elendil.
Final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect. One of the 7 dwarf lords. You did a good job
I,
remembering who was in the thing,
yeah,
but
didn't get the
that.
right one. All right. Well, there were a few options there. So, all right, on to your. So I got 4. So after we do this, and we'll do a score check. Here comes John's second card. Which 4 fellowship members travel barefoot? This does not count Bill the Pony.
He has horseshoes.
He does have horseshoes, I guess. Number 2, what beast do the orcs run in fear from after surrounding the fellowship in the mines? Okay, what beast do the orcs run in fear from after surrounding the fellowship in the mines? Number 3, what object does Legolas find in a warg rider's hand after the Rohan refugee attack? Okay. Because you don't have to live like a Rohan refugee. Don't have to live like a Rohan refugee. Number 4, what 4 races are represented at the Council of Elrond? Pretty sure Tom Petty was an elf. Those Florida elves.
Keep going, but we're going to discuss this one when we get to it.
All right. What 4 races are represented? Okay. Number 5, what do the Uruk-hai fire from the giant crossbows at Helm's Deep?
Okay.
And number 6, what year? Oh, great. Really? What year was the extended version of the Fellowship of the Ring released on DVD? Another one you shouldn't overthink. Don't overthink it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm. But it's also one of the things of like I can't remember what year which one of these movies came out, and then the release would be in the next year because it came out at Christmas time.
You're thinking right. You're on the right track. All right. You know what's interesting to me is there's a historical event that helps me nail down when these movies came out.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. Number 1, which 4 fellowship members travel barefoot?
That would be the hobbits, Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin.
That is correct. Number 2, what beast? That's one word for it. Do the orcs run in fear from after surrounding the fellowship in the mines?
It would be a Balrog.
It would be the ball hog of Lord of the Rings. Yes. Did you ever read Lord of the Rings?
Yes. It's very good.
Do you remember the ball hog?
I don't remember the book at all, but I remember I thought it was funny.
The Balrog was the ball hog, and in flaming letters across his chest, it said Villanova. He had a giant flaming basketball he was dribbling. I still remember that. But the Balrog went to Villanova. Good recruiting at Villanova. So number 3, what object does Legolas find in a warg rider's hand after the Rohan refugee attack?
All right, it's the pendant that Aragorn wears around his neck that was given to him.
Yes.
Do I need the name of the thing, or
no? I will accept
okay.
that. Who gave it to him?
His girlfriend, Elrond's
Right.
daughter. So
that is, yes, Arwen, that is fine. That's right.
Liv Tyler.
Yes, I will accept. I will accept Arwen in any form. Yes. All right, number 4. What 4 races are present at the Council of Elrond? You had a question about this one.
So it's men, dwarves, elves, hobbits. There's a wizard. Right?
They're not counting him.
But I mean, the men and dwarves and elves set responsible leaders to represent their races and negotiate, and the hobbits were like, well, you're here, so you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
they just happened to be at the UN that day, and so
I was going to say, you're at the UN, so you get to vote in the Security Council today. You know,
you are correct. That is right. 4 for 4. Ding 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 ding. I like that. Ambassador Frodo, would you have a few words to say? The Shire passes. Number 5. What do the Uruk? All the UN jokes. What do the Uruk-hai fire from the giant crossbows at Helm's Deep? What do they fire from the giant crossbows at Helm's Deep?
I think they're firing cables to then pull up the ladders.
You're correct, but what are at the end of the cables?
Ladders.
No, what's at the end of the cables that's getting shot through the air?
Out of the crossbow? Oh,
yes.
Like a bolt or a anchor, spear, or whatever.
I will accept anchor.
No, because I'm clearly not getting it right. I mean,
you're right that they're firing ropes, but you can't just shoot a rope out of a crossbow. There's a specific thing that the ropes are attached to that they're firing.
Right. It's some kind of bolt or spear that anchors into the wall that has like a pulley on it or whatever. So
that's fine. You have it. The word is grappling hook.
Okay. No. I did not say that. And you're right, because they have the ones that go over the wall and kind of hook. So I'm going to take the L on that one, because I did not get it right.
All right. Our general rule is the person, the contestant gets to make the ultimate decision.
You're calling your own fouls in this game
rather than it being imposed upon. And so if I'm willing to accept it, but if you feel like it wasn't, then that's fine. All right. I didn't do the last one, did I? No. Okay. The last one is, what year was the extended version of Fellowship of the Ring released on DVD?
Is it 2002?
Yes, it is 2002. Woo! Now, how did you reason that out?
I mean, again, that movie came out in December 2001.
Yes.
Because I remember seeing it in the theater at that time, but also I knew that it became then at Christmas time. Back then the DVDs were always delayed by 6 or 9 months after especially a movie release like that would stay in the theaters a long time. So it was probably the summertime at the earliest before that came out.
The thing that would have given me pause though is it was extended versions, and I knew
maybe see, I could have messed up. I could have overthought that, because I could have thought they did the theatrical cut and the extended version later.
I would have absolutely overthought that one.
But see, I think I got the extended version for Christmas in 2002.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Would you believe that back here behind me right now, I have that exact set?
There you go. There it is.
The YouTube folks can see. I got the box that you order through the mail, the box that they go in. And
That's what mine looked
I
like, the
also
little box book
yeah
case
yeah,
things.
and I then got the Blu-ray, and then I got the 4K somewhere around here. So I got all that. Yeah, here's the ultimately the 4K set. This is for the YouTube folks. So.
Nice.
All right. So at this point, 2 cards down, 3 to go, and the score is. Oops. Messed something up here. Redoing it. Okay. The score is John 10, Van 9. John has an insurmountable 1-goal lead, as they say in soccer. All right. Next up is we're to the halfway point with card number 3 for me.
All right, here we go. Question 1. How many ring wraiths does Arwen tell Strider she cannot account for when she finds him in the woods?
Ooh, this kind of has a callback to an earlier question.
Mm-hmm. Question 2. How many legs does a Nazgul flying mount have?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Question 3. Where does Frodo put the ring when he and Sam say goodbye to Gandalf in the Shire?
Okay.
Question 4. Where was Isildur ambushed when he lost the One Ring? Mount Doom, Gladden Fields, or Bree?
Okay.
Question 5.
He was drinking at the Prancing Pony when the orcs busted in. We're looking for Isildur.
Never heard of him.
No.
All right, question 5. Who dies at Helm's Deep after Aragorn screams to him to retreat?
Okay. Not a lot of people die at Helm's Deep that we know, so that's an interesting question.
All right, here's another great one.
Oh dear.
What is Barry M. Osborne's title in the trilogy credits?
Oh, good gosh.
That's one of these just throw a dart at the wall.
Barry M. Ozzy Osborne. All right. Well, I just have to roll the dice on that one. All right, let's do it.
All right. Question 1. How many ring wraiths does Arwen tell Strider she cannot account for when she finds him in the woods?
Well, that's right after Weathertop, so it must be the other 4.
Ding, ding, ding. Good
All
logic.
right. Good deal. All right. There's 1.
All right. Question 2.
You're tied.
How many legs does a Nazgul flying mount have?
A fell beast. A fell beastie. I mean, if it's got wings, so I'm thinking 2.
Ding, ding, ding. 2 is correct. You didn't overthink it, and they kind of land on those 2 legs. That's it.
It would be an ant if it had.
Well, it could, like dragons have 4 legs and wings, right? But it's not that.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. Okay. I guess. I'm not sure. Okay.
All right. Question 3. Where does Frodo put the ring when he and Sam say goodbye to Gandalf in the Shire?
Where does Frodo put the ring when he and Sam say goodbye to Gandalf in the Shire?
This is at the beginning of the first movie.
Oh, I forgot. Sam is there because he was dropping some eaves. He was out
trimming the verge.
Trimming the verge, eh? Trimming the verge. That's what they call it in the Shire these days. Trimming the verge, boys. Where does he put it? Oh, he puts it in like a foot locker. A chest.
Final answer?
Yeah.
This says in his jacket pocket.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
we got to watch that scene again because I thought he put it in the box as well, but
okay. He puts it there later or something. Then puts it in. Okay, so that's all right. 2 and then 1. All right. Number 4.
Where was Isildur ambushed when he lost the One Ring? A. Mount Doom, B. Gladden Fields, or 3. Bree.
I'm glad they give a multiple choice here, because I would have said like on the banks of the Anduin, right? Because this is how the ring ends up where Gollum finds it,
Right.
Smeagol. So the Gladden Fields is that piece of land.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I would have said on the road by the river there. So.
By the river, yeah. So, but that's the Gladden Field. So, okay.
All right. Question 5. Who dies at Helm's Deep after Aragorn screams to him to retreat?
I'm going to just guess Haldir, the elf.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Right.
Who you didn't say his name earlier and comes back here as an answer.
See, I always want to say Glorfindel, because the character of Haldir is basically Glorfindel in the book. They just do different stuff with him, so they give him a different name. Yeah. Okay. Haldir. Give him a hug.
All right. Question 6. What is Barry M. Osborne's title in the trilogy credits?
You know, with something like this, it's hard to go wrong with executive producer. If it's not that,
answer?
If it's not that, then I have no idea. So I'm going to say executive, because he's one of that crowd from Warner or New Line or something.
The answer is producer. So I think we're going to give you that one. It's producer.
All right. I'll take that one. I'll take it.
I'm giving it to you because you.
All right. I'll take it. All right. Card number 3 for John. All right. Here we go. The 6 questions. Who's paddling the boat Gimli rides in when the Fellowship leaves Lothlorien? Who's paddling the boat Gimli rides in when the Fellowship leaves Lothlorien? That might be trickier than it seems. You got to stop and think who's in each of the boats. Okay. Question 2. What pale color are Gollum's eyes? So what color are Gollum's eyes? They're kind of a pale shade of this. That's a better way of putting it. What color are Gollum's eyes? Then it's kind of a pale color of this. Number 3. Who in the Fellowship wears a fingerless glove on his right hand? Because you'd see their hands. Number 4. What city's archives does Gandalf use for research of the history of the One Ring? Number 5. What part of Helm's Deep does Aragorn do some dwarf tossing on to? Hell, you have to find I guess we'll see if we can find a word that's close enough to that, because that's one of those weird architectural. All right. And then number 6. What's the name of the actor who plays the 2 orc characters Gorbag and Grishnak? Oh. It's just no way.
It's Gorbag Grishnak, famous character actor.
Of course, famous, yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, this card may pull us into a tie or something. Here we go. Number 1, John. Who is paddling the boat that Gimli rides in when the Fellowship leaves Lothlorien?
All right. There's 3 canoes, and it's Aragorn, Boromir, and I guess Legolas are paddling. So I'm going to say Legolas because maybe he and Gimli are riding together.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's Legolas, yes. I think that Aragorn has Frodo and Sam, Boromir has Merry and Pippin, and Legolas and Gimli. That is it. All right. Number 2. What pale shade of what color are Gollum's eyes? I mean, you got a couple of choices here.
Silver?
Well, it's a pale shade. So what's the basic color is what they're looking for, and then it can be a pale version of that. What's like the basic color you're looking for?
White. I don't know.
Blue.
They're blue?
Yeah, who knew? I didn't.
I guess they are blue.
Pale blue. All right. Number 3. Who in the Fellowship wears a fingerless glove on his right hand?
Aragorn.
Yes. I was gonna say we see his hand more than because he's reaching out, touching.
Well,
the
and
ring.
then when he fights the big fight at the end of the second movie, you see it a good bit. He's have the dagger and stuff, and you can see that he's wearing those kind of fingerless gloves. So
Yeah, it's true. All right, number 4. What city's archives does Gandalf use to research his book on the on the Iron Bowl? No, it's us. On the history of the One Ring.
Minas Tirith.
Yes, it is the White City of Minas Tirith. That's correct. And man, I remember being in the theater knowing we wouldn't see Minas Tirith in the first movie. And when he comes over that hill and you see it, I was just like, I almost fell out of under the floor of the theater. And it looked so good.
Yep.
You just see a bit of it. You don't see the whole thing, but you just kind of see the walls and the white and everything. And I was just like on the floor. All right. Question number 5. What part of Helm's Deep does Aragorn do some dwarf tossing onto?
So they go out the little side door and they go around and he throws him onto the rampart to the front gate, basically.
Yeah, that's it. The specific word they have, but you have the exact right place.
I mean,
you want to take a shot at the word? It's
is the word for the side door or for the gate thing?
For the thing they're standing on.
When they land or when they start?
When they land. What does he throw Gimli onto?
Okay. Well, the other, I mean, Theodred has this speech where he says, no enemy has ever breached the horn wall or whatever, or gone through the gate of the whatever, and it's this thing.
But he throws him onto the
ramp up to the gate, basically.
That's you said that a minute ago. You said that ramp up to the gate, and that's exactly what it is. So I'm counting it. The word they're looking for is causeway, but you described it. You described the exact thing. So yes. All right. So that's number 5. All right. Question number 6 is, what is the name of the actor who plays the 2 orc characters Gorbag and Grishnak? And I would have never in a million years gotten this.
Martin Short.
Very close. Stephen Ure. All right. So
I might have gotten that eventually.
Yeah. Every name. Yeah. All right. So after 3 cards, the score is dead even. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 and you have 14.
All righty.
Right. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Yep. You got one more the second round. I got one more the third round. All right. On to card number 4.
Here we go. Question 1. I'm going to read all these questions for Van and then we'll go back through. Question 1. Who surprises Strider in the woods as he forages for healing herbs for Frodo? Question 2. Who does Gandalf say he has heard the rumor that Aragorn is the living heir of Numenor? Question 3. How many Fellowship boats go further downstream than Lake Nen Hithul? This is a good question.
Oh, wow.
How many Fellowship boats go further downstream than Lake Nen Hithul?
I see them working there.
Question 4. What town does Sam become mayor of? All right. Question 5. What people slaughter the captors of Merry and Pippin? And question 6. What's the first word that Sam says after the Two Towers title appears on the screen?
Oh, good gosh. Wow. The sixth question is always like the hard one. Seems like.
All right, here we go. Back to number 1. Who surprises Strider in the woods as he forages for healing herbs for Frodo?
I just want to point out, John, that you and I both have missed either the 5th or 6th question every time but once. Out of 6 so far. Okay, who surprises Aragorn?
Yes, as he forages for healing herbs for Frodo.
What's this? A ranger caught off his guard? That would be Arwen Evenstar.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
All right, question 2. Who does Gandalf say has heard the rumor that Aragorn is the last living heir of Numenor?
It's either Sauron or Denethor. I'm going to go Denethor.
Sauron.
Oh, dang. It was a 50-50 because they both had an interest. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
They both had an interest in him being a Numenorian. Yeah. All right. Dang it.
All right, question 3. How many fellowship boats go further downstream than Lake Nen Hithul?
I'm assuming that Lake Nanhitul is the lake where they stop and get out. In which case they put Boromir in one of the boats and he goes over the falls, which I won't say the word just in case that's a question later. I have to be very careful about dropping the knowledge here. So I'm going to say just the one that had Boromir in it.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
I thought that was a good question.
That was a good question. Yeah. It took me a second.
Question 4. What town does Sam become the mayor of?
Barad-dûr. That'd be Hobbiton.
Ding, ding. That's correct.
All right. Did they mention that in the movie?
I don't
remember
think so. I think that's book trivia, not.
I think it is. But yeah.
All right. Question 5. What people slaughter the captors of Merry and Pippin?
See, that took me a minute because it's all about, we get the whole bit with the Ents, but actually it's the Rohan warriors.
Ding, ding. The riders of Rohirrim?
Rohirrim, yeah.
All right. And now the dreaded question 6.
It's always the evil 6.
What is the first word that Sam says after the Two Towers title appears on the screen?
And I'm assuming in the theatrical version, which I haven't watched in 20 years. Dang it. Oh, the Two Towers, right? The Two Towers.
Right after the title appears on the screen.
I'm trying to remember how the Two Towers even starts in the original version. Because the Two Towers in the extended version shows the title when they're on the mountain climbing down. I think. Frodo?
Mordor.
Oh, there's no place, blah, blah, blah. And there's no
place
to
get to, but we can't get there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's a no. So 4 for me on that one. All right. Here you go. Card number 4 for John. Number 1. Who does Sam name his son after? Again, this does not seem like the movie.
No, this is book trivia.
We see like a split second of that in the movie. All right. Number 2.
Should have named him after that eagle, but.
Gwahir.
Gwahir, my son. Get your rear end inside, Gwahir.
Gwahir Gamgee. Old GG. They call him Double G. Yo, Double G. Number 2. What do the Uruk-hai captors do when they smell the trackers? Do they change direction, pick up the pace, or take a breather? Big on taking a breather are the Uruk-hai. Number 3. What two colors is the quote crown upon the rowan unquote in Treebeard's song? What?
Yeah.
I don't remember a song, much less the colors. So if you know this, good for you. The Valar are smiling upon you, John,
Yeah,
because
well,
I have no clue.
if I get it right, they will be. But
Yeah. Number 4. What weapon did Elrond wield in the battle of the last alliance of men and elves? Okay. We'll get to this in a second. Number 5. What two features of Helm's Deep? This is like all Helm's Deep architecture episode. Gosh. What two features of Helm's Deep does Theoden say can be protected from above? All right. We'll see about that one. And number 6, what singer's rendition of May It Be closes the Fellowship of the Ring? All right. John's thinking. Wheels are turning.
John's in trouble in this card, ladies and gentlemen.
John's brain is burning with the fires of industry. The wheels are turning. All right. Number 1. Who does Sam name his son after?
Again, it should have been the eagle.
I love it. No kidding. It should have. For the rest of his days, Sam left a little suet pack out for the Eagles.
It's not. I mean, I'm just gonna say Frodo.
Ding 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 ding. Frodo, it is. Little Frodo Gamgee. Who knew? Number 2. What do the Uruk High Captors? What do the Uruk High Captors do when they smell the trackers? Do they change direction, pick up the pace, or take a breather?
I thought it was pick up the pace.
They get some salsa and pick up the pace. That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. I can see a little better. Oh, that helps a lot. Okay. Number 3. What two colors is, quote, the crown upon the rowan, Rowan, in Treebeard's song?
I think this refers to like flowers blooming in a crown shape on a something. So I'm gonna say like white and yellow or white and gold.
You get a half a point. Gold and red. So 1/2. Nice. All right. For this next one, don't overthink it. It's easy in Lord of the Rings to think they're talking about like a named special Dungeons and Dragons +3 sword of Glamdring's buddy or something. No. Don't overthink it. Okay, here we go. What weapon did Elrond wield in the battle of the last alliance of men and elves?
A sword?
Yes. I told you, don't.
I mean, when he comes to stand next to him, he's like, follow me into the tunnel. He's like, he's holding a sword.
Yeah. This is a dumb question.
Now, it's a little curvy elf sword and not a broadsword, but
they have pretty cool swords. They're all like leaves looking. All right, number 5. What two features of Helm's Deep does Theoden say can be protected from above?
The causeway and the wall, the horn wall or whatever. Okay, what? The deep.
The causeway and the gate.
So
you get another half.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. But I'm glad you pulled out that causeway. That was good from previous. And number 6, you can get this. What singer's rendition of May It Be closes the Fellowship of the Ring?
Is it Enya?
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. So you
I
got
pulled
credit.
that out of nowhere.
You did. May it be an even star. We don't want more of that. You got credit on at least half on every question on that card.
Mm.
So it was tied at 14. It is now Van 18, John 19.
Mm.
You're up 1.
As we head into the home stretch here.
This is it.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Let's do it.
Which member of the Broken Fellowship finds the elven brooch as they track the Uruk-hai?
Okay.
Question 2. Which hobbit does Smeagol complain is always watching him?
Yeah, I think I know that one.
Question 3. Who are the only 2 members of the Fellowship who don't appear to smoke pipes? That's a good question.
Wow. I have to think that one through. We'll get to
Okay.
that when we get to it. All right.
Question 4. Who urges the Fellowship at the lake camp to enter Mordor from the north?
Wow.
Question 5. What siege devices are called Pendraith in Elvish?
That was if you question 5 or question 6, that's always designed to be evil, like Sauron.
Okay. And question 6. Which movie of the trilogy has digital effects that took over 4 million hours to create?
Good Lord. All right. Well, that's impressive.
You got a 1 in 3 chance there.
I do.
All right, back to the top. Which member of the Broken Fellowship finds the elven brooch as they track the Uruk-hai?
It's got to be Aragorn.
Ding, ding, ding. Aragorn.
All right. Thank goodness.
All right.
Not
Question-
idly do the falls of Lorien fall, do the leaves of Lorien fall.
Which hobbit does Smeagol complain is always watching him?
The one that should have named his son after a bird. Sam.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
That hobbit always watching.
Question 3. Who are the only 2 members of the Fellowship who don't appear to smoke pipes?
All right. Just 2?
There's 2 that don't appear to smoke pipes.
All right. Well, we know that Merry and Pippin do. We know that Gandalf does. We know that Aragorn does. So that's 4 that we know do. Merry and Pippin, Gandalf, and Aragorn. I don't think Legolas does. So that's 1. And then do we see Frodo or Sam smoke a pipe? Do we see Boromir smoke a pipe? Who am I leaving out? So there's the 4 hobbits, 2 of which I'm not sure about. That's 4. There's Aragorn and Boromir. There's Gandalf, Legolas, and Gimli. Gimli seems like he should just smoke pipes all the time, but I don't know if we ever see him. This is hard.
It's a tough question.
I mean, I don't feel like we ever see Boromir smoke a pipe. I know Legolas is 1. I don't think we ever see Legolas smoke a pipe. So I'm down to. So we got the 4 that we know do, and we got 1 that I don't think does. So we're down to there's only 2, right? So we're down to Boromir, Frodo, Sam, and Gimli. I'm going to remove Gimli from the table. Boromir, Frodo, and Sam. I'm gonna go Legolas and Boromir.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
That was good work.
Whoa, that was hard. Wow, I don't remember Frodo and Sam smoking a pipe, but I just figure hobbits must just do it.
I think maybe they do it near the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
All right. Question 4. Who urges the Fellowship at the lake camp to enter Moria from the north?
That's like Amon Hen before they break the Fellowship, I guess.
Yes.
So they're having that conversation on the side of the lake. And I mean, Boromir is the one that keeps trying to like navigate for him. He's the one that keeps saying, we need to go over here. We need to go through this. We need to go around here. And then Gandalf is usually like, no, Boromir, that would be very bad, you know. So approach from the north. But I feel like Gimli. But Aragorn. I'm going to say Aragorn, but I have a low degree of confidence.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. All right. I'll take it.
All right.
Man, that was
Question. That was a good one. Question 5. What siege devices are called Pendraith in Elvish?
Catapults.
Ladders.
Okay, sure. Overthinking it. All right. What's the dreaded 6th question?
Which movie of the trilogy has digital effects that took over 4 million hours to create?
I'm just gonna say it's got to be Return of the King. It's got to be all in.
2 Towers.
Really?
I agree with you, but
wow. Okay. I just figure all the Minas Tirith stuff with the things circling around it and the
agree.
Wow. What in 2 Towers took all that CGI?
I mean, I think Helm's Deep,
the Ents,
and it's
and a lot of Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I now let's think about it.
They got the whole black gate, a lot of CGI there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I finish up with 22. 3 will tie. 4 gets you the 2024 Lord of the Rings Championship, John. Here we go. I'm going to run through them. First, tiny little writing on these cards. First, who tells Gandalf he has to get away from his, quote, confounded relatives, unquote?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
I was like, wait a minute, what? But no, who tells Gandalf?
Not Gandalf's relatives, his own relatives.
Right, that he has to get away from his own, yes, confounded relatives. Okay, number 2, what is Saruman talking about? That's just a good question in general, but what is Saruman talking about when he says to Gandalf, you know of what I speak? Number 3, what color of horse? We have another horse color question. What color of horse does Boromir ride into Rivendell? In a very quick glimpse, you see that. Number 4, where does Saruman tell Gandalf the 9 riders have set out from? Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul, or Mount Doom? Number 5, where on his body is Theoden wounded during the battle for Helm's Deep? I didn't even remember him getting wounded in the Battle of Helm's Deep, but okay. And finally, what race of being is played by the tallest of the Fellowship actors, measuring 6'1"? That's an odd question, but I think we can make our way through it.
Okay, I got it.
It'll make more sense when you in context. All right. Here we go. Number 1. Who tells Gandalf he has to get away from his confounded relatives?
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. Ding, ding, ding. That's 1. It is 22-20. Number 2. What is Saruman talking about when he says to Gandalf, "You know of what I speak"?
I think he's talking about Sauron coming back and rebuilding Barad-dûr.
There's a specific thing, though. This is a hard one because you're on the right track.
I don't know. I don't know the answer because that's what I got.
The eye of Sauron in the glass.
Oh, and I got you. The Palantir. Okay.
The Palantir, yeah. All right. So 22-20 still. Number 3. What color of horse does Boromir ride into Rivendell?
Black?
Brown.
Oh, gosh. This is it. Flaming out of the last card. Killing me.
22-20. 3 to go. You can still win. Number 4. Where does Saruman tell Gandalf the 9 riders have set out from? Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul, or Mount Doom?
Minas Morgul.
Yes, the 9 have left Minas Morgul. They crossed the River Isen on Midsummer's Day. Yes. All right, it is 22-21. You just got to kick a field goal, John, and wrap this thing up. Number 5. Oh, gosh. Where on his body is Theoden wounded during the battle for Helm's Deep?
I mean, I feel like he's in his chest and his shoulder, like he's shot with an arrow or a crossbow bolt, and then they're like, "Protect the king," and they pull him back. So I'm gonna say chest.
Yes, I'm counting that. Yes, his right chest. Yes. All right, 22-22. We are tied with 1 question to go. Woo! Now, again, this question makes more sense if I kind of lay it out for you, all right? Because the way it's written, they have to squeeze it into the space on the card, and it's hard. But I get what they're saying once I look at the answers. So what they're saying is, if you think of all the actors who play members of the Fellowship, okay, first, which of those 9 actors is the tallest? And then what race is that actor playing? You see what I'm asking now? You see what it's asking?
Human? Human is my answer.
Dwarf. Because
John Rhys Davies is the tallest?
Is the tallest at 6'1". Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Plays the dwarf. We tied a freaking again, John. 22-20.
I thought Sean Bean was taller than him.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
Put these in the done pile.
Yep. Put these in the done. This has been our 9th annual Lord of the Rings movie-ish trivia battle. And once
if you did better than Van Rye, I want to know.
Yes. Yeah. Let us know. In fact, if you are one of our regular listeners at AU Wishbone, you can just email us at auwishbone@gmail.com. I'm sure a lot of the people that listen will have that address, but otherwise, yeah, we've done this 9 times now, and we tie as often as not. So another tie after 30 questions.
Jeez.
And we went 22-8. Both of us went 22-8. That's not too bad.
More horse color questions.
more architecture of Helm's Deep and horse color questions. But I think we've established some important things. You need to know the architecture of Helm's Deep to be a real Tolkien fan. And Sam should have named his son after the eagle, Gwahir Gamgee. Gwahir
It's a
G.
real mistake there. GG was
Yeah,
the
it
answer.
would have been awesome. All right, John, that was fun. We will reconvene in a year's time and do it all over again for our 10th annual. So we hope you guys had a good time from coming from the Green Dragon all the way to the Prancing Pony. And we will see you guys down the road.